the Canik TP9SFx. I've added a iProtect light, and I actually added the Venom red dot on this. You can order them with them from several manufacturing distributor places, but I got the regular straight Canik or Canik, your choice, and I added the Viper. So, how's it shoot? Absolutely awesome. Probably one of the best shooting guns you'll ever have, because this is designed for match. And if you don't do match, then you've been shooting everything else but match guns. And these are designed to be better than standard run-of-the-mill concealed or backyard guns, what have you. So it probably shoots better than most of the things you've shot with. You already know what the case comes with. I don't need to tell you any of that because there's 9,000 other videos. Let's just talk about this from a different perspective. Perspective number one. When you go shooting and you grab your average weapon, and you aim it, you fire. Usually when you pull the trigger, you get a little bit of pull on most weapons because of the way they fit your hand. You have to make adjustments for where your finger is and how you hold it so that that does not happen, okay? Well, Canik has put these grooves, see these grooves? They've put these grooves down inside both sides, and you'll notice that it's a double groove. It's a groove inside of a groove. Well, they did that to make sure that if your hands were smaller, that they would go in this groove and you'd be able to hit the trigger right where your hand gets the blade right there. And if they were larger, you'd go in this larger groove and it would line your hand up. The reason for that is because you're going to change the back strap. So when you change the back strap on these, you get the larger back strap, you go in this groove. Smaller back strap, you go in this groove. What I'm saying is you got a better chance of this fitting your hand properly to where you hit the trigger properly. And this is one of the only guns that I have that I shoot that does not have that tendency to want to pull that you have to work out of and train yourself because of the way that's designed. So that's very helpful. Another thing is the TP9 series, to me, feels nose heavy. Kind of like how this feels with the light on it. I usually don't shoot with the light on it because it doesn't fit a holster. So I kind of keep it on there when it's sitting around on the mat and I just want to clean it, look at it, do whatever. You know, it just looks good. If I'm not doing anything with it at the time, one thing this gun does well is look good. So I keep that light on there just for making it look tactical and badass. That doesn't mean I carry it that way because it's very hard to do so. But point is that you take this light off and you've got the milled slide there and there. And even though this is an extended nose, it actually feels more balanced and lighter than the shorter TP9s, especially the Combats and Elite with the threaded barrel and whatnot. I would say the way this is balanced for match, it feels like it's less nose heavy than any of the other TP9 series. So that's very good, the way it shoots, and the length still keeps it from recoiling. Even though it's longer, it's milled out and balanced. So basically what people do when they review these things, they just, you know, run down the specs, run down what everything is. Well, there's an exploded view of it, in case you don't have that. It's a great mat here. Got it on eBay for like 15 bucks. And if you've got some questions about this, let me know, and I'll tell you what I know about it, because I shoot it a lot, I shoot it often. They're gonna be good for over 60,000 rounds on stock internals. That is verified by some industry shooters that train with these, as well as competitors. The Canik name used to go for a decent price, but now everybody kind of knows what they are and the price has gone through the roof. But if you take this little screw right here, you can take that right off. It's a 1913 Picatinny rail. It's got the wider rail on it with the larger spacing, so some of the smaller rails that are on AR-15s might not fit. There's another look at it. Really very nice looking gun, and it takes care of business. Beretta M92 mags will fit this. What you have to do, let me show you, to make a Beretta M92 mag fit is, because this is one, you have to make that little modification right there. And what that does is it just allows the magazine to catch up on the mag release. You can actually see right there, that's where the mag release is on this gun, right there, not down there where it is on the Beretta. So after you do that slight modification, you can use the Metgar mags, Pro mags, anything that was originally intended to fit the Beretta M92. You can see, get them lined up, you can see that that small modification will allow you to use those Beretta mags. And that's the case for all of the TP9 series. So one reason why I like this is the flush mount. Makes it nicer to carry than using the extended. You probably don't need 20 rounds. The more the better, but you probably don't need it. And so this is a 15 round in stock form. And if you change the follower, you can turn it into about a 17 round, I think. 17, 18. You could also take these two mags and do something interesting. You can swap the follower and the base plate over to here, and you can turn this into a 20 round because this is the same size. So you kind of got your choice there. The reason why this doesn't hold more than 15 is because the follower is longer inside. So the follower on this is like that thin. Follower on this is like that thick. So unfortunately, the way it's designed, it has to be that thick to center itself inside the spring as it goes down. And it's just not designed to hold the spring and latch onto it like that follower is. If you can find a Canik follower, put it on this mag, this will go to 18. That's what actually keeps that from hitting all the way down and carrying 18, as it hits a little bit up because of how thick the follower base is. So that's a pro tip for you. And that's about it. If you are thinking about adding the red dot to your Canik, do it. It is awesome. I do carry this with the smaller base plate, so it's a little bit big, but it can be done. You just got to have the right holster. Now, the red dot does add more bulk, and if you're going to carry, you have to decide if you're going to be that guy that carries with a red dot or carries with iron sights. A lot of people do both. I like the red dot because it's accurate and you can co-witness with it, so you're not slowing yourself down. If you have to yank that gun out real quick and aim at somebody, you've got a co-witness through the optic, and it's very easy, just like using your iron sights. If the dot's not on for whatever reason, if you don't have a shake to wake dot, or you didn't hit the button quick enough as you were coming out, it's okay if it's not on because you are co-witnessing your sights. So the way this is, there's your sight picture. So you've still got the two locks here represent where the factory iron sights are supposed to be. Okay, so it's okay that that's all you can see right there, because you're still co-witnessing sights. Those are the exact placement on those two lock screws that your iron sights are supposed to be. See? So same height and everything. So you can still co-witness without the dot being on. Does not have to be on. And if you do turn the dot on and start to use it, well, that's even better, right? So there you go. Any questions, let me know. We'll talk about real stuff. I'm not a spec racer. You can get that crap anywhere on the internet. You want to know some reality about how these guns operate or work? Let me get a couple questions. I'll put them out there for you. Appreciate it.